Hey folks, this is Riker, and today we're going to be streaming a fresh Barbarian playthrough in Diablo 4. So yesterday we did a Sorceress up to 25. We also did the World Boss. We did the World Boss on our Rogue, so if you check out the live stream uploaded to YouTube yesterday, that's labeled as the Sorceress VOD, the first half hour or whatever is the Ashava World Boss fight with my level 25 Rogue. Then on Friday we did the Rogue, and next week when they become available we will do Necromancer and the Druid, but today is all about the Barbarian. So let's go ahead and dive in and make our Bulkathos. Hope everyone is doing well today here. And, wait a minute. Okay, no, that's not. Alright. Apparently you can make Kratos. We're not going to make a Kratos, but you could make a Kratos if you wanted to. I want to try to make a kind of Diablo 2 looking Barbarian, I think. I'm trying to find what is the base appearance that looks most like the D2 Barb. I'm in a bit of trouble. Maybe this one if you take the hair off? Can we zoom in? Well, we'll see when we customize, I guess. It's either I think this one or maybe this one. Let's try this one. No. No, I don't think so. How do I go back? We press escape. Alright, let's try, what was it? This one? This one, this one. Customize. Yeah, this is it. Alright. So, hair, he's gotta go... Okay. Oh, bangs in the eyes. Alright. Something like that. Hope y'all are doing well. Cheers, folks. Alright, let's see. We're gonna... I think we gotta get the woad body paint on ASAP, just to start bringing out that barbarian feel. So it's gonna be that color, I'm pretty sure. Or cyan? Blue or cyan? Might be even cyan, actually. We'll see. We gotta get the paint on the face. See, that's pretty on point, but there's the occult stuff that doesn't quite match. That's kind of good. I note that... Oh, can we not get something that goes all over the head? Is that all going to stop at the hairline? Oh, no. Oh, come on. It's all stopping at the hairline. Okay. Fine. Oh, no, this one goes all around. Okay. But it's too occult. This is actually really cool. It's more occult than what I'm looking for, though, in a Barbarian. But at least we know it can go all around. I guess we'll go with this one. This is most in line with what I had imagined. And I was hoping for like a stripe, a thick stripe that would go, you know, like D2 Barbarian style. Y'all know what I mean. Actually, speaking of, the D2 Barbarian has, does he have a top knot? Maybe we need a different hairstyle. Perfect. Yeah, it was sort of like that, I guess. I think it was, a little bit lower to the back, but... Let's see what else. Oh, maybe a bit like that, actually. Kind of digging this one, actually. Yeah, let's go with this. We're gonna change the hair color. It's a little too dark. We can go like... Ooh. I was gonna say D3 style in full white. Not loving how the white hair looks, though. Let's see. We can do some of the crazy colors. Not red fire, though. Poison, nah. Teal white. It matches the body paint, but nah. Maybe blue storm, actually. Kind of goes well. Black teal. Dark velvet. Actually, I think this is it. Dark velvet looks nice. Compared to black, black's a little too dark. Dark velvet. Midnight ruby. Chestnut. Garnet. Let's go dark velvet. It's got a little hint of the teal. That seems to go well. I'm choosing the pain of playing Barb. We'll see. We'll see. I've heard mixed things. Some people are saying that it's the most challenging class. The other two play much better. Others are saying, I don't know what these guys are talking about. Barb plays great. I started off on the rogue. The rogue playstyle is what appeals to me personally the most. But then I went to sorceress, and I expected to like the sorceress significantly less. I really enjoyed the sorceress. I'd say it's very close. How come he gets yellow incandescent? I was trying to find this for my rogue. Was this option not available on the rogue? Did they add this at some point, or did I somehow miss it? I swear I was trying to find yellow incandescent for my rogue. Dang, okay. So yeah, so far, my favorite class is probably the rogue, but it's not by much. It's really close. It's crazy how much eye color can make a difference. Like, these ominous black eyes versus much paler eyes. Maybe I'll go with the dark blue. It's for the camouflage. He actually, he tattooed his irises to be blue to match with his woad body paint. That's definitely what happened. Alright, time to accessorize. I might go with no accessories. Oh, hold on, there's makeup options for the barb. Okay, we were on 7 by default. If we go to 1 is nothing. 2, 3. Kind of digging 4. Nine also kind of works. So 4 and 9, 4 and 9. Alright, 4 again was this. Just kind of looks like his face is dirty. And then 9 was a little bit more just the eyes bleeding. I think we might go with 4, the full face. Looks more... This is a barbarian trying to apply eyeshadow. Just smudging it all over his face. Alright, looks like Chad as well is voting for. Now, jewelry, I might go with nothing. Let's see. 0, otherwise... Nah. Definitely no. No. Maybe. But probably not. We're probably not gonna get any jewelry. Maybe just like a nose ring? I don't know. Feel like a minotaur? Maybe this. Why do I think minotaurs have nose ring? Am I thinking Taurens, maybe? Taurens from World of Warcraft? Or do minotaur classically have nose rings in Greek mythos? Yeah, we're probably gonna go nose ring or no ring. 25 I think is... Yeah, I'm probably gonna go just nothing. Yeah, no jewelry. It's just something for enemies to hook onto, tear off your nose. It's not a good idea. When boxers don't wear jewelry, don't wear nose rings, right? They take that stuff off before a match. Wrestlers, just extra things to hook and tear off your ears, tear off your nose. Not a good idea. Please name my barb Mr. T. I see it. Okay. You can make an even more Mr. T looking barb, honestly. But it's close, it's true. Oh, because bulls classically have nose rings. That's why. In order to lead them by a rope, and since minotaurs and taurens are derivatives from bulls one way or the other, that makes sense. I didn't realize the nose ring was to lead them by the nose. Thus the expression, lead them by the nose. Oh my goodness. That just occurred to me. Huh. Cool. The more you know. Alright, I guess we're done finalizing our barb here. So, my classic barbarian name. Boom. So, I don't have a party prepared. However, my friends list is full, and the clan is full. So if you're not already on my friends list or in the clan, I don't know how we can party up. The game does not seem to give a way for us to do so. Diablo 3 has community groups which have unlimited membership. We normally use that, where people can message me, they join the community group, and then they message me via that.
For humankind.
But if anyone manages to find me and wants to party with me, you're welcome to. But again, it can be through friends list or through new clan. Beta ends tomorrow, roughly midday PST. I think it's like noon PST. Alright, so my understanding is Barb now is going to be challenge mode. Because I gotta be in the thick of things. I'm gonna be guzzling potions like mad. Yeah, another thing that we tried to do was, okay, let's all meet at this point in town and I'll add you to the party, but we can't force what instance we're in together. That's something that you tend to see in MMOs. You tend to, on your map drop down, you can see what instance you're in and change your instance. D4 doesn't let us do that. So having some way of partying that doesn't require friends list or clan is, in my opinion, a necessary feature for the social aspect of a game that is leaning heavily into its social aspect.
Come at a difficult time. Come, I'll explain.
Alright, so we got our 2 extra skill points that we probably got from the carryover of our prior class. So do a lunging strike. We want bash. That's gonna stun. Frenzy. Increases our attack speed. Or flay. Bleeding damage. Since the pace of the gameplay is a bit slower, let's try a bleed build. I didn't do that in December beta. Enhanced flay applies vulnerable. On Rogue, we did a vulnerable build. It worked pretty well.
Could you protect us from whatever is out there?
I've heard great things about Frenzy, but I'm pretty sure I went with Frenzy in the December beta, if I remember correctly.
No one should live in fear. I will cleanse the old ruins of evil.
Truly?
Just want to try out some different stuff.
Thank you.
Mind you, they might have done a balance pass on some things, because I definitely saw changes from the December press beta. I expected this to be just exactly the press beta build, but it's not. They've made improvements. The content is the same, the scope of the content is the same, but they've made improvements since... I feel bad killing just a bear that's done nothing wrong, but anyway. Did we already get another skill point? We did. So, spin to win, baby. No, not even gonna look at what else is available. Spin to win. Okay, we'll look at what else is available just for demonstration purposes. But Hammer of the Ancients, familiar to D3 players. But imagine that, unlocking Whirlwind at like level 2. Rend, familiar to D3 players. Double Swing, familiar to D2 players. Upheaval is a cool one, actually. I did Upheaval in December. It's a pretty cool power. Feels nice. Can you strip skill points from an earlier character to use on a new one? You cannot. However, I believe there are some things that you could... When you earn extra skill points, I believe those are shared... Those carry over onto alts. Right? Like, I'm pretty sure I started off my character with 2 skill points from what I had earned on previous characters. But otherwise, skill points are character specific. There's only a few skill points that you can earn, or a couple that you can earn that are account-wide. That are like bonus skill points to all characters. Trying to dodge range returns. Alright, here we meet the Fallen. Already popping potions more often than on my other characters. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, gain 1 fury each time whirlwind deals direct damage. Or 3 against elites. Blue Caldwell, new member. Welcome, new Caldwell. Thank you for joining. Hope you're having a great day.
I'm low on fury.
I'm doing well, folks. How are y'all doing? During beta, how was the Necro and Druid? Didn't get to try them, so it's gonna be the first time everyone tries Necro and Druid on Friday. During open beta. Okay, stop the res. Yeah, exactly. So those first 2 points, that's making alts in D4. So gold carries over, obols carries over. Obols are like your blood shards. And some degree of the renown system carries over. So the renown system, the skill points, potion charges carry over. So it's a little, well, here, it tells you. So the renown is basically like your completionist achievements. It's almost like your season journey-ish in D3. Not really. It's more like, I guess, achievements, you can say. So, you're rewarded for doing all the content. Find all the waypoints. Do all the side quests. Discover all the areas. Do all the dungeons. Find all the altars of Lilith. These are each worth some amount of renown. As you accumulate renown, you will unlock these different bonuses. Some of these are on an individual level, where you see the one Bunum, I don't know in English, person, I guess, versus the multiple people. You get to do this every time on every character. So the individual goals are XP gold, XP gold, XP gold, but then the shared across all accounts, which you can only earn the first time, the skill points. So I've already gone 1 extra potion charge, one extra skill point. In theory, right, if I had gone all the way, you can also get more max obols, which is kind of whatever. That's just how many, it's your blood shard limit. And then Paragon points, which don't kick in until level 50 anyway, so you don't get to use them in the beta. There's a woman standing behind me. What? Yeah, so that's why I started off with 2 skill points. And boom. So Barbarian starts off with a boatload of weapons. He swaps to his correct weapon depending on what skill he's using. Different skills might necessitate using different weapons. And speaking of skill points, alright. Come on, man. Interesting. More damage, huh? Let's do it. Could you start the game in a party of 4? Basically, like I could party up right now. Technically, can you start the game in a party of 4? No. But the very moment you load in, you can party up with people. So it's not like a lobby where you can form your party in advance. But functionally, yes, you can play it in a party of 4 from the very beginning. What do I think of Barb so far? Well, these first 5 minutes have been quite good. Let's see against the first boss here. Yeah, I notice I'm popping my potion more often, but I'm getting my potion charges back, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. Overall, I feel the difficulty of the game is too easy, so maybe on Barb it's gonna feel just right. I'm just trying to get him vulnerable so that I can whirlwind on him. Oh, rip. This is such a cool intro boss fight. Yeah, I'm popping my potions so much more.
I'm low on fury.
I feel like on Rogue or Sorceress I would have killed this boss already. But my item luck has also been somehow worse. Trying to trigger vulnerable. Can't get him vulnerable.
I'm out of fury.
Now he's vulnerable. Ow. Stuff that here. So he's not going to spawn any more potions. Every time you pass one of these triangles, that's when he spawns potions. So you need to ration your potions throughout a fight. Yeah, I never had to use this many potions in this fight on my other characters.
Not ready yet.
But this makes this fight feel appropriately challenging. Dark Wood, thank you so much for the 10 euros. Appreciate you. I just want to say thank you for all the Diablo content over the years. Hey, you folks are awesome. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. Alright, first fight down. Definitely more challenging than any previous class we've done that on. But not enough that I'd say Barbarian sucks. I'd say that's actually the kind of difficulty that I would be looking for on veteran mode. Yeah, curious if you'd like to party up. Absolutely. Oh, hold on. Yeah, Anthony, absolutely. Here we go. Invite to party. Curious if you want to message me. Invite to party. D4 does not have followers right now. Will they have followers in the future? I think so. So, and I think they're going to work like D2 mercenaries instead of D3 followers. Because I don't see them adding followers after launch, and it's going to be a solo-only feature in a game that is so predominantly geared towards party play. Which I think is great, right? Like, I prefer D2 style mercenaries where you get to keep them with you all the time. It's like a permanent buff to your party. The mercenaries are generally much more useful.
Ha! By the light, you are heaven sent.
Strider's tunic. Volcathos guide my hand.
I'm low on fury.
I kind of miss the Barb voice from the past games.
You
if I'm to be honest.
Like us now.
That was all of them.
Flay Rend Rupture felt really good. Flay Rend Rupture, nice, nice, nice. Yeah, so that sounds like a Flay and Rend are both bleed based. Rupture, I don't. Oh, I think I know what Rupture is. Okay, is that another? Is that like popping the bleed?
fire can cleanse the darkness.
Curious, let me know if the enemies that you see are level 9. Because I have a suspicion that the monsters we see are all scaled to our individual levels. So I'm going to see level 4 monsters, you're going to see level 9 monsters. And there's some damage scaling going on similar to Diablo Immortal. This cutscene, by the way, folks, when you play the game yourself, do not skip. It is awesome.
I thought the darkness had swallowed you. I dragged you here and put this cursed place to the torch. What the?
Boom, kapow. Now that you're in a party, you should go back to easy mode. Solo barb is tougher. Alter Lilith. In general, party play makes things generally a lot easier simply because you're not pulling all the aggro. It's why support builds are so powerful in a party. Because any time that I'm spending having to dodge attacks is time I'm not dealing damage. So if I can be focused on dealing damage while someone else is, you know, running around like a chicken getting, you know, kiting enemies, that's me being able to spend 100% of my time doing DPS. Over this way. We got a shrine here. Divine weapons of Bet the Worthy. What? Bamboozled. Why did it... ha ha ha. The game led me here. This wasn't my decision. Alright. Yeah, so for Curious are between level 8 and 9. I forgot to check the level for us, but... Hey, wait, I didn't get the... Why is the cellar not cleared? I'm going back in there. Do I think a paladin or monk class will be a thing? I think it is possible that we're gonna get... It is likely we'll get some kind of holy class at some point. I guess we have to first unlock the... Right, okay. We have to end the prologue before we can start completing some of these zones. Like, we haven't unlocked Town Portal yet until we get to Kyovashad. Does feel nice whirlwinding though, pretty much. Like, I think this is the lowest level we've ever had whirlwind. Okay, we got the skill point. I mean, I got my enhanced whirlwind now, so... I guess we'll upgrade our flay. Let's see, damage reduction? Nah. More bleed. More bleed. More fury. Get that renown. You'll mark nearby Lilith Shrine? Sounds good. Except 2 that are in the... Okay. When you say mark, the only way to mark is like the standard thing, like here, we're moving to this zone. How do I rank my experience with the game so far on a 1 out of 10? So not rating the game itself, but my experience playing... 9?
Is anyone here?
I've enjoyed myself greatly. Only had some slight hiccups.
What are you hiding back here?
I've been having a lot of fun with the beta. I've been waking up excited to play, which is a rarity for me.
That's quite the story.
Good old Lorath.
I wish it was.
So I'm thinking maybe tonight after stream I'll make my first beta impressions video. It comes down to how deep I want. If the video is going to be extenuous, I don't know what words are anymore. I'm not. If the video is going to be long, I might want to save it for later in the week, but then I won't be able to have proper like footage to point at. So I'm probably gonna make some kind of early impressions video. To what extent, we'll see. Just because if I make the video like during the week, I won't actually be able to log into the beta to show the things I'm talking about explicitly. I'd have to just pull footage from my streams.
Hold. To enter the city, you must first...
Wait, he's going back for something. Did we miss No, okay.
To enter Kiobasha.
Gotta find all them
Take
altars
a
of
piece
Lilith for all
holy
the
cedar wood
buffs.
from the shrine, and inscribe it with the sin which troubles you. Then, cast it into the brazier. Good. You must feel as though a great weight has been lifted from you. Welcome to Kiobasha.
Man, I'm still not sure whether I'm gonna do Necro or Druid first on Friday. Definitely gonna play both, but which first?
So, what did you write on the little piece
What do you
of
folks say?
dry steps in search of that pale man from your vision?
Lorath's voice actor is
know.
not Yuri Lowenthal. It is
What part he plays in all this?
yeah, I keep forgetting the
But
name.
First, I need you to retrieve something of mine while I
The
finish my
witch
negotiations.
actors.
A merchant
It
in the center of the
is
city.
Ralph Ineson. Ralph
Tell him I
Ineson is the
sent you.
voice actor of Lorath.
With what you're paid, you're lucky.
Alright, so now that we have unlocked Kiobashad. Do you have any thoughts about the wolf that helps us? I think he is a super nice guy. I saw a theory, someone saying that they think it's Zoltan Kuhl in disguise. The way he scornfully talks about our heroes.
No judge.
Or, I guess, just the good guys in general. Bye, Lorath.
Apologies.
Let's see if the horse bugs out again like yesterday. Horse was doing a moonwalk, it was hilarious.
What is it?
The mark of the Haradrim.
Let's see, Necro, Druid.
Ancient order
Oh
of
man, y'all are
scholars and
split.
mages. Sworn to
Maybe
protect
we'll have to
sanctuary
have
from
like an
evil.
actual community poll or something.
These days, we are few in number.
It's gonna be too close to call off. It's doing it again, the moonwalk, the horse
Sometimes
moonwalk.
Our paths in life are set to collide.
What do you think? How similar D4 to Diablo Immortal? I mean, the map for me is a bit similar. Somehow, I'm not sure. Did not play too much. So, I could understand why some people are comparing D4 to Immortal. As someone who played Immortal through the campaign and into Endgame,
Fed the blood of Lilith.
there are some similarities in the overworld, and perhaps in some UI elements, but that's basically where the similarities
Different
end.
lives and incidents drawn together. By what?
Immortal is... it is explicitly an MMO RPG. D4 has a lot of MMO elements, but it is not an MMO RPG at its core.
The Wanderers.
So the gameplay systems and the grinds in Immortal are that you find in an MMO. MMOs and ARPGs inherently, they're both grinding games, but you're grinding for different things, and the way you grind is different. Right? Immortal is a game where you're on your one character forever. You don't make a new character every 3 months. There's no reset every 3 months. So progress has to be incredibly slow and incredibly small upgrades at a time, which is typical in MMOs where you have your one character forever, for years, and that's it. And ARPGs, at least nowadays, have progressed to the seasonal or ladder reset. So progress is often faster, getting to max level is faster, and then it's often about the item hunt, the item grind, the loot grind, and there's much more focus on the drops and the loot hunt, and having interesting drops and interesting itemization in an ARPG. And in that regard, D4 feels more like an ARPG, and Immortal feels very MMO. Because that's what they both inherently are. That said, D4, because of its open world trappings and the way in which you are getting your XP and getting your loot, it does feel kind of Lost Ark-y, right? Like, the game that D4 is most similar to is Lost Ark, which is an MMO, but stripped of its MMO grind. So you have that overworld. You have the things that you do in the world. You have the, you know, I guess, well, do you have, I don't know if you have world bosses in Lost Ark now that I think of it. No, you have more like raids and stuff. So you don't quite have that in D4. But the day-to-day experience of what you're doing in D4 is going to be more similar to Lost Ark than D3, D2, Path of Exile kind of classical ARPGs. Play as Big Bear Man. Alright, let's see if I got any hand-me-downs that I can equip already. Compare.
There are so many ways
well,
I
it's
can
already
kill you.
better, so might as well. And get rid of that. I guess these are set boots that you always get. Yeah, I appreciate you folks. Thanks so much. Alright, these boots, lucky hit. I'm not going to be CCing enemies, so this is not useful for me. This I cannot use at all. This I cannot use at all. DJ Zaomak, thank you for the CHF5. And Lady Amunet, new member, thank you for joining, appreciate you. Amunet, sounds like an ancient Egyptian goddess. Wait, Amunet. Was that the wife of... Okay, I think the name is coming to me from Stargate SG-1, which is like my favorite show of all time. I'm remembering someone shouting, I think, Amunet. That was the, yeah, that was the wife of, oh my god, main villain. How am I blanking? Because I'm sleep deprived. Apophis. That was, yeah, that was the name he was shouting on his deathbed. Wasn't it? Okay, this I'll probably want to use at some point, but nothing else I can use yet. Not gonna use a wand at all. Think we'll get a better envisioning of the Witch Doctor for D4. I think it's unlikely that the Witch Doctor will come to D4, but if it does, it'll be a more appropriately... A less goofy Witch Doctor and a more ominous, spooky Witch Doctor. That said, I'm not expecting Witch Doctor to come to D4. Okay, I don't need, like, 10 of these. That I can never use, that I can never use. That I can never use. Okay. So that's about... Should we start transmogging right away? I guess we already have a bunch of stuff unlocked. We might as well transmog right away. I don't have a helm slot thing, but that's fine. It's actually from Assassin's Creed. Amunet Siwa. She was married to Bayek Siwa. Oh, okay. Alright. Well, it's still... Okay. It's, was she Egyptian? If you like Assassin's Creed, you can get your rogue to look pretty Assassin's Creedy with the transmog. I think we need to go bare chest barb. That's kind of bare chest, though. This is bare enough. That is literally bare chest. It's like bear skin. Or it's some kind of... Man, the barb transmogs, though. Oh my gosh. Ah, they look so awesome. I want them all. Damn, these are some awesome transmogs. I don't even know what to pick. They're all... So many of them are so great. Dude. I can't even pick a favorite. Okay, where's the big cape one? Maybe we'll do that one to start with. Giant fur. And then, oh no. Let's do natural color for now. What about this? No. Blue fur. Blue is kind of okay. Orange? No. Gray. Purple. Yellow. I feel like the tints got worse. I could have sworn that in the December beta, either we had more options or the options of the dyes were better. That's the only thing that I feel is maybe not an improvement from the December press build that I played. Alright, which goes best with my fur? See, this is going to be the perfect chest transmog to carry the wolf pup, so that he feels nice and comfortable and cozy. I'm having a lot of fun with D4 so far. Oh yeah. Okay, I guess we'll go with... None of them are like really super fur. Maybe this one. I guess we'll go with that. Robert, thank you so much for the $5. Fell on the stairs today and now everything tastes like mayo. What? Well, I sincerely hope that's a joke. I sincerely hope that's a joke. Alright. Oh, perfect. Nakey like Barbarian. Let's see, what else? I think I actually want some pants on. Although, that's pretty good. That kind of goes. Badass skirt. I feel I'm a little top heavy is the thing. I need to balance it out with some big pants. I got a big top, I need big pants. Maybe this. That's big. That kind of works. And we need big boots. Oh, this was a unique appearance. That's why it looks so cool. Alright. I think that's it. I think we already found it. The fur. We're probably going to stick with that, but we'll have a quick look-see. That also goes, but I think we'll stick with the number one. Boom. And now our items. Zale Apollo, thank you so much for the RON 10. Keep Necro Lass on, enjoyed it on Sunday. Well, it's going to be Friday and Saturday. So, Friday I'm going to do either Necro or Druid, and then Saturday, the other one. And then Sunday, I don't know, we might do a round robin, we'll see what we do on Sunday. But, yeah. Okay, for weapons, we'll just keep what we have for now. Alrighty. So, our party was... Oh, we lost someone. Okay, hold on. Oh, yeah, Anthony's gonna come back. Whenever you want to send the join request, Anthony, feel free. And I'm gonna port to Curious, I think. Yes, absolutely. Boom. Invite to party. You find it weird that the Barb is the only one of the 3 available classes where their class mechanic unlocks in Act 3, even though you can get the quest level 15. It's... I wouldn't say it's weird, it's unfortunate that for the purposes of the demo we can't do it. Like, I'm sure narratively it makes sense. Because when you're going to be playing D4, it's not like you're going to stay in Fractured Peaks until you're done with Fractured Peaks. You get to play the campaign however the heck you want. So you can stay up to level 10 in the Fractured Peaks, and then you can wander off into Scotland or the next zone.
Will you help me, stranger?
Got an event here. So, in the full game, you will be able to go do your Barbarian quest instantly. It's just unfortunate. And I suspect same thing's going to happen with the Druid. We probably won't be able to unlock the Druid mechanic because it's going to be in Skoslin. I can't imagine it not being in Skoslin, given Skoslin is the Druid area. Oh, someone ripped. Let's, music is great. The music in the town hub of Kiovashad is such an earworm. I can't get it out of my head. I'm like whistling it constantly when I'm not streaming. Juan Ignacio Munoz, appreciate ya. I've been so excited to play. Like, as a 36-year-old man, there's very little in life that I get excited about anymore. But I was I literally woke up yesterday and the day before, and like I wanted to sleep in more, but I couldn't because excitement was like bringing my heart rate up and like making me too anxious to go back to sleep.
I don't have enough fury.
Okay, I need to get like unstoppable things to stop myself from getting stunned for melee things. A is for Anya. Thank you for the $10. Appreciate you. Barbus, the killing machine. Why is he daddy shaped? Actually, I think the druid is daddy shaped. But dad bod druid. Barbus means why daddy shaped. Barb is boss shape. I do feel I'm killing slower than I would be on my other characters. Okay, we got our battle flay. Ah, now we can start getting our buffs up. Rallying Cry. Move speed buff, yes. Resource generation. And we also help nearby allies. Okay, yeah. Good for a party play. Let's do it. Captain Hoda, thank you for the £2. Just found out my... Oh, no. No. Tell me that's not so. Your wife cheated on you, just found out. I hope that's not the case. I hope that's not the case. If it is, I'm very sorry to hear that. Okay, where are we going? Curious's Pin? Yes. I'm wondering if I should run there. I'm gonna port. What is the point of the cellars? Haven't really found anything useful in them. The point is completion. Completing every zone and dungeon for the first time rewards you with renown. And renown rewards you with big things, which we'll take a look at as soon as we get through here. Mac Lee, thank you for the £2. Appreciate ya. So if we do here, renown for completing all the cellars. Wait a minute. You don't get renown for the cellars? Why do we do the cellars then? Wait a minute. I could have sworn we got renown for doing cellars. Was that a thing in the previous beta? That's a good point, Cower. It's true. Even if you looked at gladiators back in ancient Roman times, they were not like ripped. They had fat on them. Why? Because for the spectacle, it was better to have some layers of fat so that you can bleed more without damaging muscle. Gives a better show in general. Plus, it's just impossible to maintain like what 3 or 7% body fat. I think Paladin will heal other players. I think when they do add some kind of holy class, it likely will have some form of healing ability. I'm having a lot of fun. Okay, yeah, cellars. Do cellars count as side dungeons? I don't think they do. Do they count as areas discovered? Macro just found out water is wet. Oh man. Thanks for the $2, Macro. So I'm very confused. Now I don't know if there is a point to do the cellars. Definitely a point to getting the altars of Lilith, but... Okay, gonna port again to Curious. Do you have that radio voice in real life too, or does the equipment enhance it? There is a degree of compression that is applied to the microphone, which I guess adds to as a radio quality. Basically, it evens out the highs and the lows, if that makes sense. So it doesn't affect the tone, but it's like, if you look at a sound wave, right? Sometimes people speak louder, sometimes they speak less loud. What compression does is it squeezes down the louds and it loudens the lows, basically, to give a rough example. So I apply some compression. I feel it kind of gives better audio overall. You don't want to do too much compression in general, but... Mogu, thank you so much for the $50, dude. My goodness, thanks so much. More lore videos will come, absolutely. Yeah. So again, the goal is by D4 to get caught up on the lore videos. The reason I always look nervous when I say this is because the running gag is I do like one lore video a year, and now I got to do multiple lore videos, you know, in like 2 months or something. But we'll try. We'll absolutely try.
Need something forged?
Alright, we're gonna go salvage these, salvage that. And let's see, Curious over here. And, oh, another Curious finding all the altars of Lilith. Awesome. DV Fishing SoCal, thank you for the $20. I'm glad they kept D3 nuke leveling thing. So enjoyable, it saved me a few times already. Appreciate your comment. 10,000% better than folks just calling it in. Hey, cheers, DV. Thank you, James. James, appreciate you. The D3 nuke leveling. Oh, right, yeah. Uh-oh. Stream quality is dipping right now. I don't know why this is happening. We're dropping frames. This happened once yesterday. Let me see what's happening here. It's not stabilizing. I'm gonna open up my task manager, see what's going on. Okay, I think we're stabilizing. I think my CPU usage spiked there. My memory is fine. I don't have the memory leak in D4. It's been a pretty consistent 11 gigs. Okay. Seems to have stabilized. Not too sure what happened there. Alright, going to Curious. Oh no, it's happening again. Dang. Didn't you say you grew up with the Diablo franchise? Basically, yeah. I kind of did, and minus negativity of naysayers, it's a good lore franchise and I really enjoy it. Yeah, that's it. Like Diablo is a franchise that has a very special place in my heart. Like there's a handful of franchises, literally, like I can count on one hand the number of franchises that I really am a fan of. Diablo is one of those.
Don't worry.
So I have like some pretty obvious bias towards loving Diablo.
Do you see now, Lautner?
I can't help but be excited about pretty much anything Diablo. But I've been really having a blast with the beta so far.
Darkness is all around us. Back when the night...
Any idea, speculation on endgame content? So we got a video out in about September or October 2022, based on the endgame beta blog that the devs gave. If you want the full details, I encourage you to find that video. Riker.com, the D4 section of my website has all the update videos. But in short, endgame will consist of something similar to bounties in D3. So missions that'll take you around the world.
Why?
Plus something called Helltide, which sounds similar to...
were ambushed at a camp just before the pass.
Which sounds similar to the terrorized zones of Diablo 2. Where basically there will be a zone on the map that is getting invaded by hell. It'll be a higher difficulty zone with special drops. That's my understanding. Oh man, I'm continuing to drop frames. This is bad. My CPU usage isn't spiking. So what is happening? Is it my internet? And then the last thing is key dungeons. Key dungeons are gonna probably be the main thing. So within the world, there's roughly 120 to 150 dungeons. So they're called Nightmare Dungeons now. So Nightmare Dungeons is you run that same dungeon but on a higher difficulty. That's what's replacing Greater Rifts or Rifts. So you gotta go travel to that dungeon in the world, but before you do that, you find a sigil, a Nightmare Sigil. You consume it to enhance the dungeon to endgame difficulty. And from there, it's gonna be giving you greater reward and greater challenge, of course. And I am still dropping frames like mad. I'm on Windows 11 now. I don't know how to see in my task manager what my... Okay, I guess performance here. GPU is only 38%. Memory is 53%. Ethernet... Is that what's maxing? My CPU is hitting 66. Why am I dropping? I didn't drop frames at all on Friday. Only for a short time yesterday. What's going on here? My Ethernet did spike at 50 there for a second. Check VRAM. How do I check VRAM? Oh, is this it? 14 out of 16? Is this what's spiking? So GPU utilization is 33%. Dedicated GPU memory is 14 out of 16. No, GPU memory is 15 out of 48. I mean, it seems like it should be fine. Ethernet, though. It's the stream that's lagging. I apologize. I don't know why it's happening. I'm not doing anything differently from the past couple of days. Does the affixes stack with the 4 weapons of barbs? Yes. Let's say you have 10% basic damage on one weapon and 12 on another. So yes, they do stack. So weapons always count as stat sticks, as in the affixes are always in effect. So the +8 to all stats, +4 to all stats, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, those are always in effect. But the main damage, that only applies if you are using that weapon. Lag on stream might be Ethernet. Is there any way... Yeah, so what is this spike here? It's not the VRAM. Okay. You can use MSI Afterburner to check your PC usage. Damn it. Maybe antivirus scanning. What is this? Windows security action recommended. No, my antivirus is not scanning currently. It's a good theory, though. Are layouts and monsters different on Nightmare Dungeons? I thought we would get random spawns like rifts. We don't know. We haven't tried Nightmare Dungeons. They're only the end game. So whether it's going to be the same dungeon with the same monsters, just higher difficulty, or not, we're not sure. Okay, I am consistently dropping frames, and I don't know what the culprit would be. Like, does anyone see anything here to suggest, like, why I would be dropping frames? CPU is not maxing out. Nothing is maxing out. I'm gonna go quickly check background processes. Try to change virtual memory to automatic. It's restabilized right now, but I don't know for how long it's going to be stable. Main quest for Barb, stop at level 15. What do you do to keep getting levels in? Just go around the world. The world is full of events, side quests, and things. There is plenty to do. Just explore. Okay, we seem to have stabilized for now, for no apparent reason. So I'll just hope that that is fine now. I need to refresh my chat. My chat's not working anymore. Yeah, the drop frames seem to have stabilized. Alright. Sorry about that, I don't know what to do about that. It's unfortunate. Okay, back to curious. Let's see. OBS sometimes doesn't like when your game frames are higher than the frames you stream at. Maybe you can cap your game's frame rate. Oh. Why would that not have happened on Friday, for instance, though? I'm streaming at 60, but my frame rate is like 144 in game. Or, hold on. I mean, I capped at like 144, but... No, it's happening again. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go... I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna check if maybe my fiance is downloading something. I'll be right back. Alright, and back. Nothing happening there, so hopefully this just resolves itself and goes away. All the Bitcoin mining, that's it, okay. That's what it is. Okay, we seem to have restabilized now. Hopefully it stays that way. Grab some quests.
A fine harvest for my master.
Oh man, it's happening again. Fuck. Oh. Same probably Windows update. I'm dropping frames like crazy. Could be YouTube itself, people saying. If the Amazon gets revealed, what would that add javelins to the general D4 loot pool? If Amazons would get revealed, which I don't anticipate. Yes. Right now, there are no javelins, but if they were to add a javelin-wielding class, like an Amazon, yeah. But I don't anticipate adding the javelin, adding the Amazon. I do think we might get a class that uses spears, though. I think it's unlikely to be the Amazon, though. Simply because the Amazon is a gender-locked class by historical standards, and we don't have any other gender-locked classes. I think it'll be possible to solo grind stuff, or will it be like Lost Ark where it's super group-oriented? You can absolutely play solo. The one thing you can't do solo is the world bosses. Well, it's just very challenging to do solo as the world bosses. But yeah, no, if we look at performance, I mean, my processor's only 60% used. Nothing is maxing out here, as far as I can tell. So I'm not sure what's going on here. We're still dropping frames. I'm not doing anything. We're just dropping frames. How bad is it on your end as I'm dropping frames? In the beta, you can do all of Act 1 or Chapter 1, all of the story of the Fractured Peaks. I mean, so what's happening is the bit rate is dropping. So the thing that's happening is, here my bit rate, as long as it's in the green, it's good. But it starts going into the red. That's because yeah, see now it's going into orange and down to red. Because the bit rate has dropped, so right now you're getting really bad quality probably. It's coming back up again. This was being totally fine on Friday. It happened just one time on Saturday that it dropped. And now it's just constantly dropping, and I've not made any changes. Jay Throne, thank you so much for the $5. What do you think about the theory that the Horadric Wolf is Zoltan cool? I think it's possible. It's possible. Could be Windows update / background things making your internet spike. So how do I verify that and stop it, if that is the case? Are you guys saying that for you it's fine? If quality is fine on your end, then I guess we can just keep going. I think Sorcerer is too OP level 25 and before, and Barbarian is too weak before level 25, or do you think they both balance out later on? So right now, this is my day playing Barbarian. I'm only level, what, 5, 6, 7, 6? So I can't make a total evaluation yet, but right now Barbarian is seeming the weakest of the three. Okay, so we're just gonna keep going and hope that quality is good enough. If it looks really bad, I guess let me know. Hopefully it'll be okay. Frames are dropping, but it's not severe, it's very watchable. Okay. What will endgame gear grind look like? It's a good question. Doing those endgame activities that we were talking about a few minutes ago, but other than that, it's not super clear.
An axe. If you help me.
Is it that we're loading all these new zones? It does seem to drop around the time that we do that. Okay, but let's actually, like, do some killing here. This isn't exactly riveting gameplay. Somebody was known to have spoken to Mendeln
I'm
through
low on
a
fuel.
reanimated proxy. You never know. Okay, now we unlock the ability to do that cellar. No, I can't leap out of this yet. That's a big boy. Barb's got good AoE clear. I thought the sorceress had really good AoE clear. Okay. Tactical. No, hold on. Enhanced rallying cry. Unstoppable, yeah. So that's what we really need. So I need to save my rallying cry for when I get. Oh, I thought I had a point. I guess I didn't. Rallying cry grants unstoppable, which breaks CC, which is very strong in this game. You can get your literally knocked on your butt. Soldier's crown. Alright, back here. Do the quest turning.
It must have been a group.
Skip, skip, skip. Boom. Okay. What are the quests closest to... That seems pretty close. If you don't have good AoE clear on Barb, you're doing it wrong? Okay. Feels like Pee-wee's Marauder. Murmuring Obols. Better helm. Better mane. Better gloves. Alright, off we go.
I'm low on fuel.
Ghoul heart. Upheaval as a skill is a lot of fun. Thank you. That's how the trade works.
Not ready yet.
That is an upgrade for me. Boom. Look at that. Bulk Reaver. So Rogue is definitely a very squishy class. You make up for it and shrug it off. Break CC. It's buffering a lot now. Okay, here we, what, pray? Thanks.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I would like to see some elements of the UI improved. I do agree that there was stuff that I saw, I thought it would just be placeholder, basically, back when I was in the December beta.
Excellent work.
So, like, for instance, like the font there. A lot of people complaining about it. I agree. I don't love the font on the ground. Some people saying it looks vaguely. The elements of the UI overall look vaguely like mobile game-ish. I could understand where these comments are coming from.
Could salvage that.
Is there a way to just... You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna release it into the wild. Okay. And I'm gonna go to Curious after first going to Kyovashed. What keyboard am I using? It's a Rocat MK, Rocat Rios MK Glow. It's quite old at this point, probably 10 years old. Or more, even. But they have more modern versions of it. I do like my mechanical keyboards, very much. I can't go back to membrane. It feels awful to me. The broken chain means unstoppable. You're breaking any chains that are binding you. You are no longer chained. You are no longer crowd controlled. You are unstoppable.
I need more fury.
What do you think of having 4 weapons on Barb and then grinding them all out at the end game? Hey, I'm all for more itemization slots. Happy to have them. Jackie Warwick, thank you so much for the $5. Appreciate your support. I think this stream has stabilized now, hopefully. Slay the remaining enemies. Well, this bugged out. This is why I don't say the game is, 10 out of 10 ready. On a scale of 1 to ready. But we're right near a dungeon here, so might as well do it. Unless y'all can figure out how to end that event. Well, I just bugged. Just reenacting my best, Conan the Barbarian versus Gorilla Lizard Monster, spinning him around. Yeah, I definitely think there's elements of the UI that can still be tweaked, like, fonts and stuff. Well, you're not doing well.
to be
Okay.
in service
So
for
we
my
did get
master.
Rallying Cry.
He
Yes.
has promised me both life
And then...
blood.
Ooh, to generate more fury.
I crave such stability.
Yes.
Such
I needed one I want to generate fury, which is going to be generally the start of a fight, because I think our fury degenerates over time.
for it. And I continue to be weak to feed my master.
Yeah. Yes. It's a good fight starter.
Reborn in me. His
Hey, you get back here.
and his ally, and his kin. This day will come. This day will
Jeffrey had a few events do that last night and finally just ended after a few minutes. But did you get the reward or did it just end? I think a few minutes wait though isn't worth sticking around for. You're better off like just going and do other stuff. That's definitely something that they need to fix. Red for Revenant. What will be the least popular class? I mean, of these three, it's going to be Barbarian, it seems, just because I see, well, most people saying either Rogue or... I think people say Sorceress is the most OP, followed by Rogue, and people are the least often saying Barb is OP, and most often saying Barb is underpowered. No one has ever said Rogue or Sorceress is underpowered. So of these three, it seems Barb will be least popular. We'll have to see from the other two, but then also, there's going to be a balance pass before release. So everything can change within like the first few days of release. Oh, you did get the reward after a few minutes. Okay, at least there was that. Still though, ideally, they'll fix that so you're not having to wait several minutes. Or a few minutes.
I must wait.
Yeah, so Barb, in theory, could be a late bloomer. I've heard people say as well it really comes online or catches up to the other classes around level 18 or 20. There's some skill you unlock. Oh man, I remember playing there was some skill that was like Execute. It just like one-shots enemies. I don't know if that's a skill or if they changed it, rebalanced it since December beta. Remember there was some kind of like insane Execute skill. Just like every 5, and then I had like some synergy where I can refresh it. And so I'm just like one-shotting enemies, one after the other. It was insane. You did a report to the dev teams? Great, Jeffrey, that's good. Good on you. Oh yeah, the Barbarian also doesn't get access to its special class feature because he can't do the quest.
You're a saint.
Deathblow, it's still there? Is Deathblow still the way to go? Deathblow refreshes if it kills. Okay. Right. So I think I was always using it on weaker enemies to keep it refreshing. So refreshing. Also, fingers crossed, but it seems like things have stabilized with respect to the stream quality. Do we have to free the remains of the skeleton? Really? So that his soul may be free.
Bless you.
Beta's leaving you hungry for more, JS? Nice. Deathblow resets cooldown on kill. There we go. Nice. Yeah, so that reminds me of what the strategy I was going with was. So I'd have like a pack, and I would kill all the minions first, because it would be one-shotting them. I'm wondering, is it that we were loading a bunch of new zones in the game, now that we're inside like a little dungeon? But then why isn't, if that were the case, why was my CPU not maxing out, my GPU not maxing out? Like, wouldn't there be some resource indicator of how much drain or what component in my computer is failing or being taxed? Don't jinx the stream, right? No news on a holy class sword and board. I'm gonna guess first expansion is when we'll see that. Yeah, if we were a party of druids, a party of wizards, sorceresses and rogues, that would have been like instant death to the enemies. Big issue with Barb is their struggle as melee versus a lot of bosses that either do puddles or big AoEs and can't attack from range. Yes. I remember feeling that back in December, and I imagine I'm going to feel that again today. Set items will return in the future, but not at launch. And I don't think they're going to be like D3, or at least they've learned the problem with D3 classes and their D3 sets, and are unlikely to make those same mistakes again.
Wouldn't have made it without you. You're a saint.
I've been having lots of fun playing the game. I gotta say, Barb is a little underwhelmed. Right now, Barb is definitely in my distinct third place. Rogue and Sorceress, pretty close. Rogue number 1, Sorceress only slightly behind, and Barb in a distant third. But I like ranged playstyles. I like highly mobile ranged playstyles, and Barbarian is a highly immobile melee playstyle. I will be getting Leap at some point, and hopefully then I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm getting close. I think Leap I'm unlocking very soon. D4 is encouraging you to save up for a new gaming PC. I mean, you can run D4 on really old hardware. You might not get, like, the most beautiful graphics, but... And next week is open beta. You can find out whether you can run the game. Okay, we done in here. We done in here. Should we try this event again? Or see if it's ended? Yeah, why not? Ah, you got your lead. Yeah. The vampires are cool enemies. They're annoying, but they're cool. Lunging strike, basic attack, helps with Barb mobility. I'm like a skill point or two away from lead. You need a target though, right, for lunging attack to get the mobility from it, if I remember correctly. Is Sorceress the favorite champion so far? Not for myself personally. It's a very close second. It's doing it again. Well, that was my fault. We could wait several minutes, but I think we should. I mean, if you want to wait, you feel free. I'm gonna go back to town and vendor gear. It's possible Sorceress might be the overall favorite of people. Just in general. It's definitely not Barbarian. I think D4 can now give a competition to PoE with how they built this game. So, I presume that question means with respect to the core ARPG audience, and not just general popularity, because in regards to general popularity, D4 will be the generally more popular game. It has a more widespread casual appeal. In the sense that even like D3 numbers at season launches were still, you know, despite D3 being dead game, would still compete or do even bigger numbers than PoE. Just because people don't realize, like, across all platforms, you know, all the casual gamers are logging in to play D3. But amongst the core ARPG community, yeah, PoE is definitely seen as the better game, generally, to D3. In most aspects. So will D4 give competition to PoE in that regard? D4 is going in a very different direction. ARPG-wise, it's a distinct departure from the standard formula. There are things that D4 does better than D3 that Path of Exile also does better than D3. But people that play PoE because they love the super deep systems and everything, like nothing is ever going to beat PoE with regards to its depth and complexity of game systems. No game will ever, literally ever, be able to compete. Because there's just too many years of content to catch up on. D4 is not going to try to do that. But for people that went to PoE more because they're refugees of Diablo, where it's like, just Diablo 3 didn't have enough. And yeah, maybe PoE does too much, but it's better to have too much than not enough. Maybe those people will come back for D4, because D4 does provide more depth, does provide more complexity than D3. Okay, let's go do this silly quest to say hello to people. Melee rogue, I hear, is really strong. Yeah, Falco.
The new militia recruits have been training night and day. They deserve a little praise, but I can't let them see me.
Well done.
Barbarians have a passive that greatly increases their mobility. Also, they have a ranged pull attack that pulls up to 3 enemies. Oh, the chain, right? Yeah. Lunging strike needs a target, but has no cooldown. Okay, so you can ping pong around. Cool. So we cannot leave the Fractured Peaks. I tried in the December beta, and it, like, you can start to leave, and then it bounces you back into the zone.
Thanks.
The wolf backpack only unlocks in the full version of the game. I guess we'll go there. Do some of those side quests. Do they have any plans for new classes that we've never heard of? So no specific clans, but I'm sure we'll see... Sorry, no specific plans, but I'm sure we will see new, fresh classes release. If I had to guess, every 2 years we're going to get an expansion to D4, and it's going to bring in a new class of some kind. Whether it's some reimagining of an old class or an entirely new class. TBD. But they've not discussed any plans, but that's my expectation.
You! Anyone but you! Stay back!
Just look at the vulnerable applied. What happened? Whee. Now vulnerable. There we go. Go, go, go. Whirlwind. Now, vulnerable does not last long at all. Alright, level 10. We're going to go upgrade our potion.
Is it done? Magdalena, light be damned. How did this come to pass?
Okay, meet someone outside. Peter loves Zajar. Happy D4's coming out. It'll be a great game with time. One thing to bear in mind as well is something that they were stressing in the interview. For those who haven't seen, I got an interview video, or a video about my interview with Rod Ferguson, franchise director, and Joe Shelley, game director of D4. Wherein they stress that the game that is launching is just the start. They want to launch with a solid foundation that they're then going to build off of. Season after season, building off of the foundation. And this foundation already is launching with vastly more content and features than D3 has even today, after 10 years. To show FPS, you do Control R. Okay, where's my leap? Oh no, I gotta put... sure, whatever. Oh, someone found it. Or... close, but not quite.
A fine harvest for my master.
So his Sorcerer's Guide will be first on the list based on like priority for release. We'll have to see how Necro and Druid go. Necro might turn out to be the most popular, who knows. Am I satisfied with how they got the story cinematic now compared to their previous games, like the Cathedral cinematics? I like having the cutscenes where we see in-engine our character. In general, like, I love Blizzard pre-rendered cinematics. So I do hope we still get a good number of those. But if getting the in-game renders means we get even more cutscenes, then yeah, absolutely. Because generally, like in a Blizzard game, you have, what, a handful of cinematics? Not too many. You have like one per act at best. So I would still like to get the same baseline number of pre-rendered cinematics, but if we could then additionally get the in-engine cutscenes, that's awesome. How Baptista saying, seriously, just in this first act, the game seems to be so expansive is almost daunting. The replay value with world events is huge, but dungeons could get a bigger variety. I'm wondering if, like, maybe when we have access to the dungeons of the other zones, because again, there's like 120 to 150 dungeons in the game. Maybe they'll feel more varied when we can access the other dungeons.
Move quickly before we draw unwanted attention.
Vampire saying, Whirlwind feels like the weaker